Yep. Welcome to our second workshop, which is deploy on Aleo. In this workshop, we will be learning on how to deploy our program on Aleo. And we'll be using the program where we created in the last workshop, which is the token program. And to start that, you need to install zkWorkshop first. We will be using zkWorkshop to interact with Aleo blockchain. So you will need to go to github.com aleo hq/zkWorkshop, and then git clone the whole repo, cd into the repo, and do install using cargo install dash path and space a dot there. Yeah, let me just show you. If you go to the git part and zkWorkshop, there are instructions in the repo too on how to install it. Okay, yeah. If you scroll down, there's one build guide, and look for installation. You will say the same thing. Just git clone this repo, cd into the repo, and then you do cargo install -- path and dot to install zkWorkshop 2. Yeah. Thanks for pasting the link. Wow. Oh, there are more people. Okay. For people who just joined, we are installing the tool we need to use to deploy our program. So you need to go to here. I repeat again. You need to go to zkWorkshop repo. You can find it at github.com/aleohq/zkWorkshop. Then you git clone the whole repo into your machine, cd into the repo, then do cargo install -- path and space dot. Yeah, after you do this, it will automatically install everything for zkWorkshop. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, paste the link in the chat too. Okay. After you finish this, you need to get back to your previous token program repo too, because we will be deploying that program that you code in the last workshop. And if you don't have the program with you, or the previous repo with you, you can also just clone my repo here. You can go to github.com zklim/aleo-taipei-workshop-2. Yeah, it's the exact same program that I used in the previous workshop. Okay, after you install zkWorkshop and also get your token program, you need to install a Leo wallet. And to install a Leo wallet, you need to visit leo.app, this website, leo.app, to install Leo wallets. So if you go to here, yeah, it's a Chrome extension. So you click download now. It will bring you to Chrome Store. Yeah, you bring you to Chrome Store, and you just add the extension. After you finish it, you need to create a new account using the wallet extension you just installed. Let me paste here too for the Leo wallet. Okay, yeah, I just paste the link in the chat room too for Leo wallet. Yeah, this is just token program. Oh, there are more. Okay, I repeat again. The the thing that we need to install in order to deploy a program is, the first thing we need to install is zkWorkshop. You need to go to github.com and /aleohq/zkWorkshop, clone this repo into your machine and cd into it, do cargo install -- path and space dot. After you build the tool, you can go back to your previous token program which we use in the first workshop, because we're going to deploy the program that we did last time. If you don't have the program with you, can clone my repo too. Just go to github.com, zklim, and Aleo Taipei Workshop -2. After you've done these two things, the next thing you need to do is go to leo.app to install Leo wallet. Just go to leo.app. It will bring you to the landing page, and click download now. You will go to Chrome store and just add that extension into your Chrome. Oh, there are more people. Let me just repeat in the chat. Okay. Yeah. For people who just joined, we need to install some tools before we start deploying our our program. Sorry. So let me just repeat in the chat. You need to install SnarkOS and also Leo wallet, and you can use back your token program in previous workshop. And if you don't have that, you can just clone my repo also can here. After you did everything here, the next thing you need to do is to get a token from Faucet. And to get that, you need to join our Discord server, which is discord.gg/aleohq. Let me just show you. You need to join the server, and you need to go to this green list link to green list your address. Let me share this too. Oh, Lucas. Discord and and green list. This is to kind of whitelist your address in order to get the token. Okay, I'll just show you quickly. If you go to green list page, you just paste your address from Leo wallet that you just created. After you download Leo wallet, you can create a new account. Then after you get a new account, you copy the address here and paste it into the green list link, and just say panic green. It will say address green listed. And that's not all. This is just whitelisting your address. You still need to request tokens in Aleo HQ Discord server. By the way, has anyone any trouble joining our Discord server? Because I believe our Discord has already kind of full, and new people might have problem while joining the Discord. Just tell me in chat, or you can just open your mic and tell me if you have problem joining the server. Okay, so after you green list your address, you will need to go to our Discord server here. After you join our Discord server, you will see a lot of channels here. The channel you want to look for is the Faucet channel under engineering folder. Then you go to Faucet. You need to paste this command. You just say send credits, and then following by your address and 15 credits. You can only do this once because there's a very long time log for it. So so make sure your address is correct, and it needs to be green list before doing this. If you did this before green list, you won't get any token, and you will get time log for about 6 hours. I will just paste the command here again. Okay, for SnarkOS, do I need to follow hardware requirements? No. unless you want to run a node, then you only need to follow the hardware requirements. For us, we only use to interact with the blockchain, just as a CLI tools only. So you don't need very high requirement in hardware. Yeah, I believe there's some issue joining the Discord. Installation step. Yes, you just need to git clone into your machine and then cd into the repo and do cargo install. That's it. After you finish installing, you can test whether it successfully installed in your machine. You can test it by running zkOS. If it shows all the command guide here, then it means you already installed zkOS. Okay. How long for Discord verification? Okay, go in. Yeah. Once you get in, you need to do whitelist first. So go to the whitelist. Sorry, the green list at the green list site. Paste your freshly generated account. Copy the address and then paste your address here, and click penny green. I paste the green list link again here. Once you green list, you go to Discord, look for the faucet channel and do the command /send credits and space your address space 15. Yeah. Anyone complete everything? Got some issue. Yes. Rusty. Yeah, maybe you need to try to update your Rust compiler or reinstall it. I believe you can do Rust out. Like just do Rust out. Update. Yeah, Rust out, then update. Try this command, and then try reinstall again. Try do this Rust out, update. Yes. Yeah, one problem is our server. You see, there's a lot of people, like almost 400,000 people. So that's why I think you need to wait around 15 minutes in order to get verified. Okay. Anyone complete everything? If anyone complete, you just type 1 to let me know, so I can see whether I should proceed or maybe I should do something else or wait for a while. Windows. I think Windows has a lot more trouble doing this because there are some built-in compiler that Mac already have but Windows don't have. And let me search for the solution. I think Windows install. Okay, for Windows you might need to follow this guide here. So doing install git bash and then do everything in git bash. And also you need to install a lot of components like C and C++ compiler. Yeah, if you have WSL then will be better. faucet, I believe, yeah, around that. It shouldn't be too long, because I just test 1 hour ago. It takes around 10 to 15 minutes to get the token. Yeah, if you have Linux system, then it will be easier. Yeah. Okay. Anyone complete every installation so far? If anyone complete, you can just type 1 in the chat so I can know, like this. No. If you don't add the number, I believe you get blocked for 6 hours and don't receive anything. I think 5 is fine, but 5 is too low to deploy a token program. You might need to deploy another simple program instead. Yeah, because I just tried, I used 7 token to deploy a token program. But I might be able to send you some. I don't have a lot, but yeah. Not this. Yeah, I only have 30 tokens, so I can only send to maximum 3 people. So only those who cannot get, you can paste your address in the chat that I will send to you. Have you tried the whole process? Because I don't have a lot of token to give everyone. Try requesting first. If you really cannot get it, then you can request from me. Yeah, like doing this here. Oh yes, I think so too. You got time lock. Why yes, but do you do everything correctly? If you do everything correctly, then you just wait for a while, it will send you tokens. Like if you do send credits, your address, and then 15, you'll be fine. You just wait for a while, then it will send you tokens. Anyone complete every installation here? Just installation, not the token. Okay, nice. One. No, only one. It's okay, maybe I can proceed first, and then I will repeat again after more people finish installing and getting tokens. Okay. Okay. For those who already install everything and also maybe already gotten some tokens, you go to your token program here, cd into it. So when you cd into it, you need to run one time. You do Leo run means any amount. The reason I'm doing this is just to let the program to build to compile the file, so we can have a latest Aleo program here. Yeah. Just run one time and recompile everything again. Run any function will do. Yep. After you did that, the next thing you want to do is you'll be using snarkOS command. snarkOS. The command you'll be using is snarkOS developer. When you try press enter, it will show all the command you have for snarkOS developer. You can do decrypt, you can do deploy and execution, like execute any program functions and scan for any records that your address hold, and to transfer private credits using the default credits.aleo transfer private function. This is the Aleo credits function, the native token function. And help is nothing. Help is just printing everything here again. Right. Then the thing we want to do is we want to deploy. Then press enter again. It will show you some argument you need to give, which is private key, and query is the API address, which is the RPC address that API address you're going to interact with Aleo network. Then following by priority fee and program ID, the program you're going to deploy. Yep. Oh, more people. Okay, so I will show you how do I deploy here. Oh yeah, by the way, before this you need to export your private key from your account. Go to your account of the account you receive token, then you can export the private key from there. Copy your private key. Still running. My god. Okay, copy your private key, go to .env file, then you paste your private key in the private key section here. After you did this, you can try to deploy a program by giving all the arguments that it requires. You can say private key. Oh yeah, you can do source.env so that your environment has everything in your .env file. Then to check that, you can do echo private key. So this private key now holds this value, the actual private key value. And with that, you can do snarkOS developer deploy. snarkOS developer deploy, then private key. You can just do $ private key, so it doesn't need to enter a private key every time. Query, and to get the API, you need to go to developer docs. Yep, the developer docs, and you go to testnet tree. Scroll down. There's one URL. So this is the API you're going to use. And without testnet tree, yeah, I believe there's something wrong here. You only need the one until v1. So paste it here, v1. Then priority fee, you can just give 0. And program ID, you need to go to your program, look at the name that you set for your program, including .aleo. Copy the name, the ID, paste it here. And yeah, because we going to deploy on the network, so we say broadcast, so our transaction can be broadcast onto the network. And the argument for broadcast is this API address. And also there's something here. You need to go to developer docs again, look for transaction broadcast. You can see there's this endpoint that you need to call in order to broadcast your transaction. So you copy the suffix here, paste it behind the API you pasted, then press enter. Missing main.leo. Oh yeah, again you need to specify the path to your program, which is in your build folder. So you can say path is .build ./build, then slash. Yep, waiting for deployment. Any issue so far? Get some tokens. Yep, hi. Oh, I think I cannot listen to you. The voice is like, yeah, the voice is like not clear or crack. Yeah, you can try typing into the chat. Okay, well, where do I find the broadcast link? Okay, the broadcast link is just combination of API address plus some of the endpoint you need to call plus endpoint thing. Wait, let me show you here. It's all in the dev docs. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you again. When you go to our developer docs, click on the testnet 3 tab, and in the overview tab, you scroll down, there's one URL. This URL is the API you're going to use, but you only need it without testnet 3. You only need it until v1. Let me paste it here, v1. And with this API you can do a lot of things. You can see that you can query for latest height, latest hash, latest block, and the one we need to use to broadcast transaction is this transaction broadcast, and you need to append this suffix behind the API, which becomes something like this. Yes, this session is already in record. Okay, so you can, yep, you need to do something like this too. So this is the argument you need to give for broadcasting. Anyone don't have token yet until now? Did you request from Discord? You request from Discord already? Oh, no one has token. Oh no. Do you remember to green list your address? You need to green list before you request token. If not, it will fail. Oh no, there's something wrong there too. It's okay. I think you can do another way without also interacting with the network, but not the testnet network. It's our local network. So I believe everyone already installed SnapOS until now, right? So you can do. Oh, before that, let me show you how the transaction of deployment. So I did a deployment just now, right? Just to quickly show you how deploy on testnet looks like. Slow. Oh, by the way, there's 3 different explorer currently on Aleo. So you can do the default one, which is Aleo Explorer, or Haruka Explorer, and also Aleo 123. You can use any explorer you want. Transaction not found. Oh no, yeah, I believe the network has something wrong again. Yes, because in this stage, the Aleo network is still not stable. Many things is still updating, so sometimes it just doesn't work. Yeah, it's not your fault, but maybe sometimes the network is upgrading or changing something. Yeah, it's not working. Which Discord? This Discord. Aleo HQ. Where's the Discord? Here, right, Discord. This Discord. It's okay. I think no one able to do this now, including me. Yep, you cannot find. Oh, I know why. Because I deployed one time before. Okay. Cannot have same name. Let me change my program name. Then compile it again. Run means anything. Okay, compile it again, then try to deploy again. Yeah, I forgot because I actually deployed this program 1 hour ago. So I need to do it with another name. Okay. So for, I think most of the people don't have token, but you can spin out your own local development node. To do that, you need to go to your zkOrkshop repo just now. There's one devnet.sh. You can run this. Let me run at another terminal. Okay. Okay, you need to go to zkOrkshop repo. Okay, look for the one here, devnet.sh. Then you can just /devnet.sh. You say enter the total number of validators for, and do you need to run again? We already did cargo install, so it doesn't need to do again. You just say enter, and they want to clear existing logs, and you can put Y or N because I have something in the previous local node, so I just say yes to clear everything. Okay, once you run it, it will show something like this, and wait for a while for a private key to appear. We will need that private key because only that private key has Aleo credits in your local development node. So wait for a while. Why is it so long? Any questions? Cargo install zkVM. No, zkOrkshop. Oh, you need. I thought. Okay, maybe you need zkVM before this. Yep. Let me. You can see there's a private key generated from here. Get that private key and record down that private key you're going to use. Okay, I just paste it here. Alright, on the question zkVM. Wait, have you? Okay, if you have problem that regarding zkVM, maybe you need to install zkVM 2. I'm not sure. There's another repo called zkVM. You can search on GitHub too. But I remember you doesn't need to install again. Just zkOrkshop will do. But it's okay, you can try. If you have having problem, you can search for Aleo HQ/zkVM, another repo, and you just go through the similar process again. You can do git clone the whole repo, cd into this repo, and do cargo install /path and space dot to build the zkVM. Yeah, in case you have this issue. After running zkOrkshop, Yes, correct. It will download all the proving files, because proving happen in your local machine. That's why you need all the proving key and stuff in order to generate a proof. Can you show me one more time? Oh, you have token already. Nice. So if you have the tokens here, the command you need to do is you need to say zkOrksh developer deploy. Let me just click this thing. Okay, here, this. When you press enter, it will show a few arguments that you need to give, which is private key and query and also priority fee. So private key will be your own private key. Query will be the API, which I show you just now. Let me paste again. Where is it? Yeah, this API. Query will be this. And then priority fee, just use 0 for now. Then following by your program ID, which is this. If you clone my repo, you need to change the name of the program, because Aleo couldn't have two same program name. In order to deploy on Aleo, you couldn't have two exactly same program name, because the network identify program ID using the name or the ID. So you need to make it different. So you need to change the name, like just any random number. Then you need to change your program.json file too. Okay, in your program.json file, after you change the name, you need to run min anything to compile the thing again, like to compile your program again, so that your build file will be updated accordingly. Yeah, once you've done that, you can proceed to deploy your program by giving all these arguments. Okay, so I run a deploy just now. Let me quickly check if I got it correct. Explorer. Okay, yeah, just to show you, so this is the deployment I did just now, and it included on the network 6 minutes ago. Yeah, you can see if you successfully deploy the program, and you can copy the transaction ID, which is this one here. Copy the transaction ID, paste it in the Explorer. You can see you can see your program has been deployed here. It will say deploy. If you go to another Explorer, out of sync. Okay, it's okay. This, okay. Yeah, if you see this, deployment accepted, and this is the transaction. Oh, not this. Yeah, you can see deploy program ID is the name of the program I deployed just now, token 7091. And if you click in here, I believe you can see your source code here too. Yeah, which is exactly same as the .aleo file in your build folder, which is here. Yeah, this thing here. Sorry. Yeah, you're deploying all this code onto Aleo network. Right. How to download? Oh, you don't have Leo. Okay. Yes, because we installed Leo in the previous workshop. If you don't have that, you need to go to GitHub. Leo, also similar process. You clone the whole repo, do cargo install to build the Leo 2. I can paste it here, Leo. Okay. And Leo is used to initiate a new project, and also used to test your program. and also compiling your program into Aleo instruction, which is the .aleo file here. Okay. Yeah. So far, anyone don't have tokens or don't have or having trouble installing anything? Can let me know in the chat. Still don't have token. Okay, send me your address. I'll send you 10 token now. Got stuck here. Oh yes, this is the issue of using Windows, because I believe Windows don't have all these two default. You need to find way to install clang and libclang. So you need to install. Let me check. I think I shared the link here before. Need to go to here. There are some guide regarding some C++ and C thing. Following that, if you install, you might be able to get through this after you install. Yeah, the thing you need to install is these two compiler. It says you don't have these two library. Yeah, you can try Google how to install clang and libclang. Still don't have tokens. Okay. I can only send 3 maximum. Okay, I'll send to you 3 here. Here is 6 private key. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to demonstrate how to execute some program function using CLI or using SnarkOS. So you also can use SnarkOS developer execute to execute any deploy program function. So after deploy any program, you want to call some function, you can also use CLI to call those programs. And now what I want to do here is I want to transfer token to others. I can also call the default Aleo credits program using this way. So the API here is api.explorer.aleo.org program credits.aleo, and I'm going to do transfer public. Then the argument will be here, the address, and then 10 credits. Yes, because the decimal is 6, so there's another 60 behind for Aleo credits. Then I think I need to give broadcast to, yes, broadcast the API here, testnet3 transaction broadcast. Okay. Oh, you need to add .aleo behind, like this. Cannot pass your program ID. Okay, I think I sent this already. Don't have token. XR3. So going to send the next token here, and then send the third token here. Again, I can check using this transaction ID. Go to Explorer, paste it. Alright. So I sent 10 tokens to the first address already, which address? Christam. Yes, I already sent 10 token to you. Is it you? Yeah. It's you, and also second. This token here. Okay, yes. Once you receive the token, you can proceed to try to deploy your program. Remember, change your program ID to another unique name before deploying. Oh yes, you need to specify your broadcast too, which I just shown just now. Yes, this thing. Yep, need to add this argument too. Yep, just add this argument behind all the argument you did just now, for like private key and what else? Private key, program ID, query. Okay. Yes, I already sent 10 token to 3 different person already. So who? Akira. Yes, I already sent to you, Akira, and Alan Chu too. I sent 10 to you guys, so you can proceed to use SnarkOS developer deploy to deploy your program. For those who don't have tokens, you can do it using local development node like this one. Kill session. Okay, to start a local development node, you need to go to SnarkOS GitHub first. No. GitHub. Before starting, you will have to install this tool, TMUX. There's some guide here depending on your OS, then how you're going to install TMUX. If you're using Mac, you just do brew install TMUX. If you're using Windows, then you need to sudo apt install TMUX. Oh no, this is WSL. Yep, WSL. And you can do also similar, do sudo apt install TMUX. After you install TMUX, you can cd into SnarkOS repo and just run this script /devnet.sh like this. So I'm in SnarkOS repo, I will do /devnet.sh. Then I say just press enter. The second one you need to say N, because I don't need to rebuild everything again. And the third one you can just press enter too. Yes, after you did it, you will start a local node with a private key here. You need this private key because only this private key holds the native token. So record your private key here, and you can do similar thing in your token repo, cd into your token program. You can also do SnarkOS developer deploy Same thing, private key is your private key. Yeah, this one, right? Okay. The private key from your local development node. And query has different API because you are running the network on your local development node. So to access that, you say http colon / localhost colon 3030, and priority fee is 0. Program ID is this, including .aleo. Does it work? Oh, broadcast. Similarly, need to do just change the API you're going to use, which is localhost 3030. Then the suffix will be similar, just testnet3 transaction broadcast. And again, you can get this from the developer documentation on Aleo. Missing man. Oh, I need to specify the path to /path /build/. You can see it's deploying on my local development node now. So for people who don't have token, you can try to do this. Everything are the same. It's just that changing the API to your local host. Okay. Any question? Can anyone follow? Can see it deploy to localhost, and because there is no explorer for local development node, in order to check our program whether if it's successfully deployed or not, you need to use the API way, which is you can go to our Aleo developer documentation. Again, testnet3, there's a lot of API here. Look for the get program. So using this endpoint, you can actually query your local development node whether your program has been successfully deployed or not. So to do that, you can say just use cURL and your local host, http localhost 3030, and following by this endpoint. Just copy, change your program ID to this program ID. Okay, it returns the whole program. If it returns things like this, means you already successfully deploy your program on your local development node. If you try to query something that does not exist, it will say missing program for ID. If you did it correctly, it will print out the whole program again, meaning you have deployed your program on your local development node. Okay. Anyone has any questions? No, right? No. Maybe let me specify here again. Okay, private key. So these are the argument you need to give. Token ID. Broadcast. Yep. To deploy on your local node. If not local, it will be api.explorer. So one is local development node, another is testnet. If you have token, you can try to deploy on testnet using this argument. If you don't have token, you can try to deploy on your local development node using localhost. Oh, call ending. Oh no. So far, anyone successfully deployed a program? If anyone deploy a program, you can just let me know, like typing one in your in the chat, or maybe just give me your program ID in the chat if you deploy on testnet. Okay, no, right? If no, I'll proceed to execute. So start OS. I deploy my program, execute on local development node ready. So now I wanted to execute a min function. I can say snarkOS developer execute, then giving all this argument which is private key, query is localhost 3030, and program name will be this .aleo program name. Function will be min, and I'm minting, let's say 1000 of uin64, and also broadcast to my local node, local host. Okay, connection refused. Have you started the local development node already? Trying to deploy on local node. You need to start this, and also you need to Maxim, are you doing on, oh, you did it on the live testnet. Let me check. I think you did it correctly already. Yes, see, this is your oh, I'm not sharing my screen. 1 second, let me share my screen. Yes, you did it correctly. So Maxim is the first one who deploy a program. Yeah, you can go to explorer.aleo.org, then paste the transaction ID you have here below the link here. Just paste your transaction ID and it will show something like this. Means you already deploy your program on Aleo testnet. This is your program name. And now I can call this program using any account, like using my account, it also works. You also can search for your program directly using your program ID too. Yes, if you deploy and you search using your program ID, it will show something like this. It will show program owner, so this is your address, and this is the deployment transaction. Oops, sorry. And it says 5 minutes ago you deployed. And this is your program source code in a compile version, which is Aleo instruction. It's not in Leo, but in Aleo instruction. The intermediate representation of Leo. Nice, and now you can proceed to try to execute a min function or any kind of function you want, but because we are deploying token program, so you need to min some token before doing transfer and some other function. So the first function you need to do is min function, also using snarkOS CLI. Okay, I think this is everyone. Did everyone join? Okay. Okay, maybe I recap again. Here. No. Okay. Recap again. So to deploy a program on Aleo, you need to install snarkOS 2 in your machine, in your local machine first. After you install it, get a program, and also install Leo wallet so you can easily manage your account and also your private key. And this is the way to get token from Aleo faucet for testnet. So first thing, you need to join Aleo HQ Discord. After that, you need to greenlist your address. When you after greenlist your address, go to Aleo Discord, look for the faucet channel, then you say send credit. There's a slash here, so slash send credits space bar your address space. For now the maximum amount is 15, so you can only say 15. If you did it correctly, it will say there's a bot. It will show you the result, all the transaction where it send you the token, the 15 token. Okay, so after you did it, okay, after install everything, you get the token, then you can use snarkOS CLI like this. You can go to your terminal, you just do, let me go here, you can say snarkOS developer deploy. Then it will show you a few arguments you need to give before you're deploying a program, which is private key, query is the API you need to use, which is the API of testnet 3. And to get the API, you can go to our Aleo developer.aleo.org, this page. In the testnet 3 tab, scroll down, there's one URL. So we're using this URL, but without the testnet 3. You only need it until v1 here. So it will look something like this, like private key. After you give private key, query, and this API only until v1, and also without slash behind. And priority fee, for now I don't think you need any. You just put 0 here, following by your program ID. So in our case, we are deploying some random token program, right? And this program ID must be unique and has not deployed on network before, because Aleo identify program using their program ID. So that's why you need to have unique name for every program. And after this, you need to do, there's also another 2 argument which is not in this guide here. You also need to do -- broadcast, following by the API. And there's another endpoint you need to use. To find the endpoint, also back to the developer docs, scroll down, look for transaction broadcast. This is the endpoint you need to append behind the API. So just API plus the endpoint, and then also the path of the program, which is the usually it will be in the build file, build folder. So you just specify the path to the build folder, which containing your .aleo program. So this is how you do deploy. And to do execute is also similar. There's someone asking for execution, right? Yes, how to min with CLI. Let me stop this on. Okay. So to mint with CLI, you can do like this: .os developer execute. So execute is the tool that you use to interact with any deployed program on chain or any network or your local development node. So you can say private key, and let me try live. I'll be using my account here. Get the private key. Okay, private key, and next is query, which is the endpoint https API explorer.aleo.com v1 and program ID. So my program is this. so everyone have different program IDs, so you need to specify your own program ID. Or if you want to use my program, it also works, because I don't have access control in my program. So even if you call my program, it will work too. And following by the function, which is min, and then argument. Let's say we want to min 1000 of uin64, and also we need to say broadcast. Similarly, API. Let me just copy from here. Yeah. API plus the endpoint. API and the endpoint is here. Testnet 3 transaction broadcast. And this time we don't need to specify path, because we are not deploying program, we are just calling program function. So this is how you call the min function on testnet. If you're doing it on local, missing program ID. Wait, I should have deployed already. Why not? Maybe I changed the name just now. Yep. Yes, it should be this. Or I can just try to call your program, the program by Maxim. Okay, let me just try to call your program. This is your program, right? Okay. This is your program. Okay, let's wait for a while. Any questions? Creating execution. Yes, again you can take your transaction ID, go to Explorer, paste your transaction ID. You can use any Explorer. There's a 3 Explorer now, but yeah, the first one is the default Aleo Explorer, second is Haruka Aleo Explorer, and third one is Aleo 123. But I think Haruka Explorer now is out of sync, so you couldn't get the latest status. Okay, I also call a min here to give some time for the network to include your latest transaction. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think there are some other people joining. So we are just having a workshop on how to deploy a program on the Aleo network. And to deploy, you need to install a few tools before that, which is zkOS tool, and also Leo wallet. Can show you here now. So this is Leo wallet for you to easily manage your private key and account. And what else? And also getting tokens from our faucet using Discord. And after you get everything, you can try to use terminal using snarkOS2 to deploy your program. Why is it taking so long here? Weird. Yes, so it shows, oh sorry, yes, Maxim, right? Yes, Maxim, I think your transaction already included. When you try to search using Aleo Explorer, it will show all this result. So it says you called this function 2 minutes ago with this transaction ID, in which block, and what's the type, execution, how many fee you use to call this function. And you can see there's a program ID here. You're calling this program and you're calling min function. The inputs is private. So this is how you preserve your privacy when you're doing some transaction. And notice that it's not showing the calling address too. So it doesn't show any address here. You couldn't know who calling this function. And output will be the record, which is the token record, also in private form. Only you, the owner, able to decrypt this record and see what's the information inside this record. So in our case, this record contains the owner of the token and also the amount of the token that you mint. And this is just some extra information. If you look at transition, yeah, same thing. Transition is just same thing. And fee is the fee that you paid for. They paid to call the function. Right. Let me check again whether my transaction go through. Yeah, you can see my transaction also go through here. Also by calling the program deployed by Maxim. So again, you cannot know how much, what's the input of mine and what's the output of the function. And next thing I want to show you is how to decrypt the record. So going back to snarkOS2, there's also this developer. There's one decrypt here. When you try to run it, it says you can give it a ciphertext and also your view key. To get your view key, you need to say Leo run import your private key. In my case, my private key is here. So my private key, Leo run, oh sorry, not Leo run, Leo account import. You can import your address, public address, and also the view key. So to do decryption, you need to have a view key. Ciphertext is the record that you get from here. So copy everything here and view key. The view key here. You click enter. It will decrypt the thing for you. So you can see the owner, which is my address, and balance the amount I minted just now. Nonce is auto generated. Right. So only the owner able to decrypt the record. If I want to decrypt your record, let me try. If I try to decrypt a record that is not mine, it will say invalid view key for the provided record ciphertext. So only owner able to decrypt the private information and no one else. This is how we achieve the full privacy. Anyone has any questions? can I know who are trying to deploy on testnet and who are trying to deploy on local development node now? Full command for decrypt. Just run snark.os developer decrypt. If you run it, it will say you need to give it a cipher text, which is record, and also view key, which is your view key. Yep. And to get your view key, you can do Leo account, import your private key to get a view key, or you can also do here. I forgot. You can also using Leo wallet. You can also reveal view key. You can say reveal view key. Sorry. Yep. You will be able to get your view key using Leo wallet too. So two-way, CLI or the Leo wallet. Once you get that, you just try to run it. It will show the decrypted value. Anyone doing this on testnet? Can let me know in chat box. Like anyone doing on testnet or anyone doing on local node. This value is private. Yes, this value is private. That's why when you go to Explorer, right, it only shows this record and some random string behind. This is what others can see, and only you will be able to decrypt the thing. Yes, this is your private information basically. And record is like struct. You can define any kind of private information in record. So let's say example, if you are doing zkID, you can store all the private information of someone inside record, and it will show the same way. Like if someone means that zkID, the output shown in Explorer is also something like this. You just record and then random string, and only the holder or the owner able to decrypt it and view it like this. Yeah. P2P message. Yes, you can also create a P2P message. Like let's say you have some, but for now the Aleo network or Leo is not support string yet, so you need to have some tricks to translate in your front end. You only can store things in unsigned integer for now, or integer, so you need to convert it back and forth using integer. Although you will be able to create a private P2P message. So let me just show you. You can like do things like this. Just example, like maybe some random U60 U128.private. Yep. If you were to create a private P2P message program, you can do things like this. So you can have a message field in record, and this message field, because there's no string supported for now, but if there is string supported in future, you can actually do it in a plain text in future, and only owner will see this message, not others. Other person will only able to see some random record thing like this, just random string. Okay, I think MH, yes, There's another people mhash deploy to. Let me check. Okay, yes. mhash also deploy a program called this token 18802. So yeah. Yes, you deploy this, you can search the program using Explorer. Yes, and this is your program. You can also use this too. Yes, there's another UI you can use too, and also by Aleo, which is aleo.tools. And it works similar to the CLI. Like we decrypt, like to decrypt a record here, right? You can, let me try for you. So let's say I want to decrypt this record, I can just paste it here, view key. Records this. Yeah. Using aleo.tools, you also will be able to decrypt your record. And this site also have a lot of different CLI tool, which is generate a new account or loading an account from a private key, and also view key. You can also sign a message, verify a message. So everything here is exactly same as the CLI actually. They just create a UI for you to easy to testing. Can I give permission to decrypt without sharing? You can share view key to anyone, but it's not recommended, because for currently view key will be able to decrypt all your previous and also your future record, and every record that links to your address. So it's not recommended to share your view key to anyone. But view key couldn't initiate any transaction, only private key. And I believe the team is currently working for something like a transaction specific view key, and in that case you will be able to share your transaction specific view key to your friend or anyone you want to share a specific transaction. But that is still in work in progress. It's not available now, but it's something that the team is working on. But for now, if you want to do like decrypt message without sharing your private key, the another way of doing this is you just send the whole record to them, so they can decrypt the message using their own view key instead of using yours. Okay. Anyone doing this on local development node? Or anyone else is doing on testnet? Because I sent a few tokens to a few people, right? I wonder if they are following this. Okay, so now you know how to deploy and also how to execute a function using SnarkOS CLI. There's another thing you can do is you can also use SnarkOS developer scan, and this command is for you to scan all the unspent record that you have. So you can do scan endpoint. Endpoint is the API again. So in this case we are using testnet3, which is this API, explorer.aleo.org v1. and also you need to give your view key, which is this one, and you can specify which block you need to scan, because if you were to scan the whole blockchain since the genesis, then it will take insane amount of time. So in order to shorten that time, you can say -- last. I would just want to scan maybe last 200 block. You can also do it another way, which is start and end, and that way you can specify the start block and end block you want to scan for your unspent record. Okay, you might need some time to do this. For people who successfully deploy and also execute, you can fill out this Google form. We're using this Google form to track people who join this workshop, and also to give out rewards. So you can scan. Why is it taking so long? You can scan for the QR code, or you can go to this link. I just paste it in the chat room. And if you not completed yet, don't worry, I believe you can also do it another time after you get the token, because there's a time freeze of 6 hours for the faucet. So to try again, you need to wait for another 6 hours, and from there you can try to do it again. And after you did everything, you can find me for the link. So I can forward the link to you again, so you can fill out the form. So this form is also similarly something similar like the first workshop. You need to give your line ID, your Google Meet name, and also your registered email on Luma and stuff. Yeah, like this. Your GitHub profile name, and oh yeah, and issue. And in this workshop, the form about issue, is it right? Yes. Yes, I was going to mention. So the issue is actually on my. You need to create an issue for me to check your deployment. You need to go to my repo just now, the Taipei 2. This repo, create an issue. This repo, you go to issue, then you click new issue. There's a template here, workshop completion. Then you click get started and fill out everything. Change to your GitHub username and put your deployment transaction ID, what's your deploy program ID, and any program call transaction ID, like min function or transfer function. So after you create this issue, you can paste the link to here, to the issue here, to GitHub issue here. Yep. Create an issue on my repo and then paste the link in the Google form. And also, let me see. Oh, no record. Maybe I need to scan more. Okay, so now you know how to write a program already, and also now you know how to deploy a program, how to execute a program, how to interact with the network. And we have another we have our last workshop, which is a physical workshop before Taiwan Blockchain Week hackathon. I believe it's somewhere around 10 or 11 the date. Okay, it's okay, you can always check for our Luma page, there will be a date specified, and we are sponsoring a hackathon bounty of 3,000, and we will be sharing this sheet after this. It is still in reviewing. So for now, the total bounty for Aleo is 3,000. If there's a outstanding project, we will give out the bounty according to first, second, and third place, which is 1,005 for first place, 1,000 for second place, and 500 for third place. Or if we have a lot of submission and maybe there's not outstanding project, or maybe everyone is just like kind of similar, then we will award 5 teams of 600 per category. So we have different category here. We have gaming, and we have identity and authentication. We also have ZFi, which is private decentralized exchange kind of thing, or zkML. You can also do machine learning on Aleo too, because every computation you did is off-chain. That's why we can have a very heavy computational program to run on Aleo. And you also can do voting and governance, a private on-chain voting. And yeah, these are all just some of the requirements. We will share this to you guys later, and some judging criteria, and a lot of resources for you to refer. And you can look for these two guys, which is me and Daniel. During the hackathon, we will be there to give mentorship, and also the last workshop. The last workshop will be something about how to connect your front end to the network, or how to use your front end to interact with your deploy program. Yeah. Yes, we will share you soon. The document is still in review, so yeah, just give us a few days and we will share in all our channel, like all the, I believe, on Taiwan Blockchain Week page, and also maybe on Telegram, on our Telegram too. Okay, so now apply to hack. Oh yes, thanks Cindy. Yes, there's the link to apply to join the hackathon. Yeah, I think we are finishing. Is anyone has any question from start to end? Any question, any trouble interacting with the network or your local development node, other than even token issue? You can also mention here. I'll find a way, because there's always the problem for people to join workshop, which is token issue. Sometimes they couldn't receive token, or sometimes the network is just not functioning properly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just to quickly show you, I run a scan, and then you can see it shows the result of my of the scan. So this result is referring the token record that I minted using the program deployed by Maxim just now. So by using this, I can actually use this to also call transfer using the program here. Can do execute. What's the program name already? Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, yeah, let me share screen. Yep, to show you how scan looks like. So if you run scan, and if your account holds any unspent record, it will show something like this. So this is your record, your unspent record in plain text, and using this record you can call transfer function. which I'm trying to do now. So let me try to call transfer. Okay, I can say execute transfer. Okay, transfer to myself. Transfer to myself. Transfer 10 token, then broadcast. What's the broadcast here? Okay, broadcast. Oh no, I forgot. Actually, yes, I still need to give the input of the record. So using double colon, I need to give this record I hold in order to do private transaction. So what I'm doing here is I try to call the transfer function from the program deployed by Maxim and transfer to some other address, but in this case I'm using my own address, but it still works. So again, after you get the transaction ID, you can always check it using Explorer. Alright, I think we don't have to wait for this. If there's no question, then I will end this workshop. No question, right? Okay, thanks for everyone for joining this workshop. Yeah, maybe just let me share my Telegram so you can always ask me if you're having trouble testing out everything I've just shown just now. So here, this is my Telegram. You can always find me if you wanted to try to deploy yourself after this session, or after you get tokens successfully from the faucet. If you want to try yourself, you can find me on Telegram if you have any problem when you're testing it out after this session. Right. Thanks for joining, everyone. Hope to see you guys in the hackathon. Okay, join our hackathon. Bye bye.